Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Redflex. My name is Usman, aka TV Loves Me, and we're here again with another video. I'd just like to warn those of you who are a bit sensitive on the ears that I may be expressing myself a little bit this evening, because I've got a lot to get off my chest about how Manchester United players are being treated in the media. This is off the back of the video from yesterday that me and Abdul did regarding Mason Greenwood, and I just want to take it a step further. The fact is, the Mason Greenwood agenda is real. According to me, the Mason Greenwood agenda is more than just the fact that he plays for Manchester United. Now, a lot of people may be out there in comments on Twitter, etc., saying, yeah, but when you play for Manchester United, you have to expect such things. I agree. I agree that you need to expect these things, but I feel as though the race element tends to be a bit of a problem here. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit. I decided to do this show myself because these are my views only. Some of the other members of the team may share these views, may not share these views, but I just wanted to put it out there that this is me. This is all me. So there's a few things in the papers I've seen. I've just got a few things that I'm looking at here. So we're going to start with Mason Greenwood to finish off what I was saying yesterday. So the Mason Greenwood agenda, everyone knows. I don't want to keep repeating it. What happened out in Iceland. Phil Foden was part of this as well. Phil Foden does not get the press. Okay. Why is that, you may say? I think it's one thing. You may think it's another. So put it down in the comments. Do you think it is? I'm going to put it out there and say, it's a race thing. There's a lot of players out there who have been targeted. So they'll have a minor indiscretion or an indiscretion. But because the fact that they are of ethnic minority, black, whatever you want to call it, they become targets for the media. So Mason Greenwood was doing okay, scoring goals, no problem. Everyone's happy. Yeah, the next future star, they put the pressure on him in a different way of expectation, but now the pressure becomes something a little bit different. So the pressure now becomes, he's a bad egg. He does this, he does that. So even today in the papers, we can see things like Manchester United are worried about Mason Greenwood turning into another Ravel Morrison. Wow. So this is escalated from a single incident. Like there's only one proven incident that this all boils down to. So there was only one thing that happened, which was the Iceland thing when he was on England duty. Nothing's ever happened for him at Manchester United. No one's ever said anything. No one probably will. But that's the only thing that they've been able to pick up on. But from then, the whole Iceland thing became a big deal. Then it became his attitude. Then it became his mental state. You know, he's kicking off with Bruno in the in training. So these are all things which are building up. Young guy, he's been on social media. A lot of people are seeing that he's liking a lot of tweets about everyone saying leave Mason Greenwood alone, and he himself is liking those tweets. There's a lot of tweets about leave Mason Greenwood alone. He's suffering, you know, because his friends committed suicide. He's liking those tweets. So he's giving out the hints himself. He's telling everyone the reasons why he is maybe going through a bit of a bad patch, but that's all it is. A person can have a bad patch. That's not a problem. Other players, other Manchester United players have had indiscretions. Very recently, let's talk about Harry Maguire. If you want to take it to a different club, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish crashed a car allegedly while he was drunk at a party during lockdown in COVID. So I don't know how many laws or how many indiscretions that was in one go, but that was a thing for like 2 days. And that was only because it was on Twitter. I don't even think it was on any of the mainstream media. I think it might have been there for a day. So these are the things that the picture builds. The picture builds now. So Jack Grealish swept under the carpet. Kyle Walker allegedly having parties at his house in COVID. Harry Maguire, as everyone knows, there's quite a few different things happening from quite a few different players. But when it becomes a Manchester United player, or when it becomes a black Manchester United player, it gets highlighted so much more. So Mason Greenwood, we've talked about him. Let's move on to Marcus Rashford. Yesterday, there was something in the paper. I think it was The Mirror, which is now on the list of scum newspapers, The Sun already being one of them. They put a headline out, oh, congratulations, the campaigner Marcus Rashford has bought 5 properties worth £2 million. So somehow trying to insinuate that on one hand, he's trying, to get money together for charities, but look at himself, he's spending lavishly. I don't understand why make the link. He even came out himself, Marcus Rashford, to kind of quash these rumors. Well, not quash them, but to address them. So he said himself, he's like, I come from little, I want to, secure something for my family, etc., etc. He didn't have to do that, but he has. So what was the need? What was the need of the paper to put his campaigning next to the fact that he's, bought property? So there was, again, going back to Phil Foden. Phil Foden brought properties. He brought a £2 million house for his mum or his dad or whatever, his parents. And that was like, oh, good lad. Look what he's done, etc., etc. But now with Marcus Rashford, it seems to be, well, he's campaigning at one side and look what he's doing now. The thing that disgusts me the most, it's a thing which you're never going to stop anyway. But if you go to the comment section on Twitter, it is disgusting. It is the most disgusting place that you can be in the world. So underneath the Marcus Rashford comments about, replying to the Mirror, there was a lot of, I'm not racist, but I respect you, but sort of comments. So a lot of people get brave in the comments on Twitter, but it becomes very, very disgusting. It's like, how dare you tell me what to do with my tax money? Well, he's not telling you what to do with your tax money. He's asking the government, and what the government do with your tax has nothing to do with you. You never have a say in it. You may pick your government, in line with the policies that you think they're going to, put in place, but not always the case. So these are the little digs that people have under the guise of trying to be something else, but really we all know it's racially motivated. Thirdly, let's move on to Paul Pogba. Now, Paul Pogba, I like as a person. I like someone who's got personality, got flair off the pitch. My issue with Paul Pogba has always been his performances on the pitch. I've ranted about this in previous videos. I won't go into this. So even though he may not be my favorite Manchester United player, I think that he has the hardest job. The reason why he has the hardest job, but not only is he black, but also he is Muslim. So a lot of people are getting a lot of anger out, what they want to get out on Paul Pogba for this very reason. I can't see any other thing behind it. Yeah, he's double trouble. He's black and he's Muslim. He is gonna get it no matter what he does. We've seen examples of this already in terms of how he's treated in the media. Like even today, Fabrizio Romano, someone who was well respected during transfer window, misquoting Pogba clearly about his role at Manchester United, about how he's feeling on duty. Fabrizio Romano tried to make it out like he was unhappy at Manchester United. He may well be unhappy at Man United, but his actual quotes were, I'm happy being at France. It's not that I'm not happy at club level. It's just a different feeling, which was the full quote. But then obviously Fabrizio Romano chopped a little bit out because obviously outside of transfer window, he probably doesn't get as many clicks as he normally does. And obviously let's bring Man United in the fray. So this is the media agenda against Manchester United. So if you are playing for Manchester United, you're in a bad way anyway. But if you play for Manchester United and you're from an ethnic minority, you're even worse. If people don't believe that this agenda is real, please look around. Please look around at what's happening with other players. I want to give a shout to Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil spoke up against racism in the German national team. He spoke up against issues that are happening in China against Muslims. What happens? He is completely cancelled. completely cancelled. They can't cancel his contract, but they've taken him out of every squad because Chinese television companies refuse to play Arsenal matches if he's as long as he's there, sort of thing. If he's in the squad or if he's playing, they're not gonna put an Arsenal match on TV. So what have Arsenal done? They've taken a £350,000 a week loss and just kicked him straight out because China told them not to, basically. So these are things that are happening against certain people. That's slightly different. That's a slightly different thing. I've touched on that in some of my own videos. But this is what's happening out there. So people wake up, smell the coffee of what's going on. This is a real thing. There's a few people out there think it's not, but you show me how one incident, the same incident where two people, one is black and one is not, one still talked about today and the other one isn't. If that isn't what you need for proof, I don't know what is. If you disagree, please feel free. I'll be checking the comments all the time to have a healthy debate with any of you out there who think I'm wrong in any particular way, or if you agree, I'd like to hear your point of view as well. But thank you very much. This was a little video I wanted to do for a little while because of things have just things have been annoying me. Things in the media, it's building up now. All of our players seem to be, in a bad way. So we need to support our team. We need to support our players. We need to support any black player or any player of ethnic minority who is being targeted by the media and stop it. So do not click on these tweets that they put out as clickbait, these disgusting publications like The Mirror, The Sun, things like that. If you see any tweet, don't share it, don't retweet it, don't even comment on it, because that's what they want. So talk about it with your friends, highlight the issue, but don't give that particular account any more like hype. Okay, that's it really. It's not the usual video that we have here on the Redflex. We normally have a lot of fun, a lot of banter, especially yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, Kasim, aka Mr. Movember, came out and he absolutely challenged me with his video series. Me and Abdul were having a nice discussion. He came in. It was shocking, to say the least. Go and check that video out. We've got fun banter. We're going to have the previews coming up very, very soon for the next match for Manchester United against West Bromwich Albion. There'll be the pre-match. There'll be the post-match. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Manchester United win, and then we can all just get gassed. That's all we want, really. But thank you very much for watching. It was a very important video. It's something a little bit different. Let us know if you want to see more topical pieces from us here at the Redflex. It'll be interesting. If you just, if you want to see more pre-match, more post-match, because we're at the moment, we're only doing one of each. But if you want to see more different things, if you want us to break it down into how players played, tactics, things like that, any of your suggestions, we're more than happy to take on board. We'll keep an eye out on them. As the things running across the bottom of the screen, you can catch us on our other socials, on Instagram and Twitter. But thank you very much for watching the Redflex, the one and only channel in the whole world, run by 4 Manchester United supporting brothers who all live in Manchester. Thank you once again, and goodbye.